A bit nervous about this because I don't know if the fridge is actually going to fit. That's not good. What do they say? If at first you fail, buy and buy again until you succeed. Pros check if this other fridge fits. I mean, honestly, how embarrassing would that be? What is going on, legends? So I've just spent the day, it's currently Saturday and it's been a shitty rainy day. I've spent the day driving around picking up stuff for my new car. So yes, the car I've got, I wanted to get a GU coil cab. And I thought, you know, I'll get the GU coil cab, 45, 50 grand, and then I'll do all the things and be in at $70,000, $80,000. And I realized, hang on a second, Remy, you can't afford that. So what I did do is buy something I can afford, which is behind you, and I'll show you in a second. But for the car, I bought some Titan twin drawers. I also bought a rear drawer and fridge slider setup out of a Patrol, which doesn't fit because they gave me the dimensions the wrong way. They gave me the length instead of the width. So it won't fit in the car, but I'm thinking I might chop that down and still be able to use it somehow. And then I've bought like a mobile dual battery setup basically. So I'll have to run a Anderson plug to the back, but then I'll just plug straight into this dual battery box. And I can also plug my solar into it, and then it's got accessory points so that I can plug things in to charge them. Yes, and then also off my old daily driver, not sure if anyone knows about the car or not, I can't remember, but I had a VE wagon I was driving for a while, but I've upgraded to a Colorado. But the wagon had a Rhino roof rack and a light bar and stuff, so we're going to rip that off and chuck it onto this new car as well. But anyway, without further ado, I will show you this weapon. Now you've seen the big rig, yeah, let's get into it. Far out have I done a classic Remy buying stuff to set up this car. So I don't know if I mentioned at the start, but obviously I bought the car, got the roadworthy, blah, blah, blah. That's all expensive enough as it is. But then I bought a drawer set up for the back, but the lady that I bought it off gave me the dimensions the wrong way, so she gave me the length instead of the width. So I thought it was going to fit, got it here, doesn't fit. So I've ended up chopping that up. That was the one I've put behind the seats, but then I ended up going down to Apollo Bay and buying those other drawers. So there's all that. Then I was like, oh, I should buy one of those little Milwaukee chainsaws, so that at least that way when I'm away camping, I can, chop up some wood and stuff like that. So I went down to Total Tools and seen Liam and was talking to him, and he's like, oh, well, I don't know how it got on. I ended up buying a pack. So I ended up buying all this other shit, all these containers and stuff, so I can sort everything out, and then went down to BCF and then bought all so much stuff. Like I've spent like $6,000 today buying shit that I probably don't need. But the car's going to be set up really good for camping, and to be fair, I've got the Stato for sale, and I've also got this Calais nearly done, and that'll be for sale. I wanted to keep both of these cars, but unfortunately I've just realised I have too many toys and everything costs a lot of money, so I'm having to offload a few. So I'll be keeping my mini truck, my VL, my Rexy, the Land Rover, I've got my Colorado, and I want to buy a Kingswood, but adding the Calais and the Statesman on top of that was probably not the smartest idea. But anyway, so I'm going to unload my car now and bring all this stuff in here. But yeah, Joy, man, I bought some stuff. Now I'm a bit nervous about this because I don't know if the fridge is actually going to fit. That's not good. Well, that's not ideal. My fridge doesn't fit, so I looked up the specs online, but I actually had the wrong fridge. I thought I'd got it. I got this off a mate of mine. I could have sworn he said it was a King's fridge. It's a Dometic one, but yeah, so the specs that I set this all up to is actually wrong. Shit. All right, legends. What do they say? If at first you fail, buy and buy again until you succeed. I'm pretty sure that's what they say. So I went and did that. What I've decided to do, is I'm going to use this one in the car, and this will get used as my freezer. So yeah, when I'm moving from here to my campsite, I'll just turn that on to freeze, and then anything that doesn't really need a freeze can stay in there because generally I'm only going a couple of hours away. By the time that's cold, I'll be at campsite. First thing I'll do is take that other fridge off my roof, and I'll plug it in. Set that one to fridge, which that will be for my beers and then any normal fridge food, and then yeah, that'll go. Yeah, so what I've decided to do is I can basically just run with both fridges. So I'll use that fridge. I'm just going on a weekend trip. That'll be plenty enough for me. I'll just bring that in an esky. But if I'm going on a week or two trip, I'll bring both fridges, and then I'll sit the other one up on my roof. And then when I get to site, then I'll split the food amongst the both of them, and then obviously use one for beers as well. Yeah, so anyway, it was a bit of a bummer that it didn't fit, but that the Dometic one is a lot higher, which is how they get that extra size, because that's 45, I think that's 65. But yeah, I could actually nearly fit, and I was going to risk it and try, but I thought, nah, it's not worth it. Not worth it in case it doesn't fit. I reckon I nearly could have fit the big double fridge, which has then the option to have one as a freezer, one as a fridge, which is what we have. I have a Dometic fridge already, which I think it's like a 95 litre, but that was never going to fit in this car. It's too small, which is why I got that other fridge off my mate. Turns out, doesn't fit. So then I bought this one because one of my other mates has one of these. He just bought one and he loves it. So I thought for $500, worth the deal. Well, they're actually 1,000 on sale at the moment for $500. Whereas the comparable Waco, I think, was 1,300 or something. Anyway, we've got some goodies to fit, so yeah, let's get into it. I suppose check if this other fridge fits. I mean, honestly, how embarrassing would that be? So hopefully my camera's okay. I'm going to check this in a second, but it was a bit of a war zone last night. All of a sudden, out of nowhere, it was like someone come and tipped a bucket of water on my head. And what had happened is that this tarp above my head had just built up with a shitload of water, so much so, which I'll show you in a second, it snapped one of the poles. And then the side of the awning, like the front bit with which I'll show you all this in a sec, but the front bit where the poles go into, actually come down and just perfectly lined up with my head and smacked me in the head. And then also that's where all the water comes. So then all the water comes straight into the swag, and just like a whole bucket load of water was just straight in on me and Zeus. But anyway, so I was sort of just fighting with the tarps. I was getting up, putting up more drawstrings and tightening things and just changing bits and pieces. But I'd never even thought to check the car one because I thought that everything would be fine. But yeah, all of a sudden I was just soaking wet. I've had to basically sleep the rest of the morning on blankets. So sleep the rest of the morning on some towels, just trying to soak up all the water that went into there. All my pillows are soaking wet. It's just, yeah, there's so much water in there.